What's going on, guys? It's Jonathan. How you guys doing today? I want to talk today about spiritual loneliness and why it's a good thing. It's something we all have to go through during our spiritual awakening, and it's one of the best things that can happen to you. It might not seem like it right now if you're going through. You have so many questions with so little answers. You have no one to talk to. You're just trying to figure things out. And I'll give you an example why it's a good thing. Okay, I'm a Taurus sunrise, therefore I should be more extroverted than introverted. But due to early childhood traumas and just a living situation, I had to really use my introvert as a defensive mechanism. I had to really basically blend myself in with every place I was in. Be as quiet as possible. Do not disturb anyone. And this followed me throughout elementary school, throughout high school. Also, you know, my father was in the Air Force. I ended up moving around a lot. So picture after losing two, three best friends, and the pain of having that, do you really want to get close to people? Therefore, I that brought me even more into an introverted characteristic. And that's the thing. It's like now I still consider myself an introvert, but not to the same extent as before. I'm coming into my own. I'm realizing that a lot of my characteristics and patterns as an adult were due to these childhood traumas and just these different events and social situations and things of that nature. So take the time to question everything. Just like let's say certain breakups or certain hard times in your life, take the time to see, well, what's the deep meaning behind this? Why did this happen to me? Because it's never just okay. Oh, you broke up because of this. There's always a deeper meaning behind everything, and it's gonna help you find out a lot about yourself. Because think about, you meet someone. What's the first thing you do? Tell me something about yourself. One of the first thing is, I work at this place. I do this. That's got nothing to do with who you are. It's got nothing to do with who you are inside your heart there. And really take a look at how you're feeling right now during this stage here. Take a look, even if you're depressed. Listen, I started mine, okay? I was honestly depressed. I was at the point, I wasn't suicidal or anything like that, but I was at the point of hopelessness. You know what I mean? Like, that's how my awakening actually happened. And I didn't do no formal prayer or anything like that. I just told God, I'm like, I can't handle this anymore. I basically had a backwards, a backwards awakening. I lost literally everything except for my son. Like literally, career went down the toilet, relationships went down the toilet, my health went down the toilet. Like everything you could think of happened. And you know what? I was depressed, but it was a good thing because It made me realize that I really wasn't being the authentic person that I should be. I wasn't being myself. I was still trying to mold myself around other people, instead of just stepping out into my own, and being my own person. So start thinking about things like that. Who are you really? What would really make you happy right now? And it might be, you're just going to keep working at the company you're working at. You might get a promotion, and now you have the power to do really good things for the employees under you. It could be something like that. It doesn't have to be anything spiritual at all. It just, you let your light shine. I'm telling you, just the fact of letting your light shine wherever you're at will influence other people for sure. Now, I should have mentioned this earlier, but cut out media, cut out social media, even limit the violence you watch or even listen to. I'll give you an example, okay? I'm a huge Metallica fan. Listen, first concert I went to was Metallica, and Justice for All tour. Like, this is going back a while. But after my awakening, you tend to listen to the lyrics more, and I intended to see, okay, yeah, Metallica is a pretty dark band, so I limit the time that I listen to. I'm not saying I cut that out totally, no way. But now when I listen to it, I get even more pumped because I don't listen to it as often. And it's the same thing. Let's say a Game of Thrones. I like the series Game of Thrones, but I would never binge watch Game of Thrones anymore. after my awakening. Forget it. It's too much violence. It's just you can't take it, you know. So really start looking at that. That's one thing. If you're going to go within, you know, cut that out. Cut out all media, cut out social media. Only take in information that's going to help you on your spiritual journey, basically, you know. Whether it's reading books, whether it's watching YouTubers or whatever, just take in information that's good for you. And if you're going to listen to music, find music that have some good lyrics, you know, that are actually going to that are upbeat, that are going to lift you up, they're going to help you out, brighten up your day. You know, same thing with shows. If you notice, that's one thing I've noticed. TV shows, what the heck? Back 20 years ago, it used to be 90% comedy, okay, and a little bit of action. Now, even in theaters, it's like there's no more comedies. You know what I mean? It's like it's all this action, all this violent stuff. It's like even take a look at, and that's all to desensitize you, by the way. That's the only reason to make it seem. Think about this, okay? Look at the movie Geostorm. How long ago did that come out? I don't know. Let's say 3 years, 4 years. I don't know, a while back. Okay, we're like, wow, seeing hailstones the size of the baseballs is crazy, or seeing snow in Saudi Arabia is nuts. And look how fucked up the weather is right now all around the world. Look at all that. Man, that movie came out to desensitize you to the chemtrail and everything that they're doing right now. You know, it just people, they've even came out and talked about it and said, yes, we are officially chemtrailing because the world is getting the earth is warming up too much. You know, and people still don't care. They still don't even acknowledge the fact that they're putting poisonous metals in the air to cause different temperatures and different weather patterns. You know, but that, like I say, go within, and you know, only take in information that's gonna help you out on your journey. Because I'm telling you, this hermit phase isn't that long. It isn't that long, and you know, it's not complicated if you actually go within. The information you hear from your angels, your guides, you know, whatever images you have, the downloads, you have the feelings. I go accept those the first time. You know, don't ask the same question a million times. Do you trust them or not? If you don't trust them, don't talk to them. Okay? But if you trust them, whatever's the first answer you get, feel or see or whatever, trust in it. You could also start writing. I'm telling you, at this stage during my hermit phase, oh my God. On paper by hand, I'll say I wrote about 200 pages. And it could just be what I was feeling, what I was thinking, the divine downloads, because you're going to start getting these downloads, this information from your guides and your angels, if you allow them into your life. And that's one thing you have to do is ask them. And you don't have to do no complicated prayer or anything like that. Just ask them, angels, guides, you know, I want you in my life. Please come and help me in any way you see fit. Guide me, love me, nurture me. Whatever you see fit, whatever I need, I'm ready and willing and able to receive it. And you'll see, they'll actually help you out a lot. And if you have a hard time actually speaking verbally, just write to them. You can just do that. Write letters to your angels, write letters to God. And just go within and really, really trying to find out exactly who you are, because you're going to find a lot of surprises. You're going to find a lot of things, the ways you were acting in life, you know, in general, really wasn't you. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, going back into high school, let's say, I still had this introverted thing, and I still had this, oh, I have to blend in with my surrounding as a defensive mechanism, because I honestly I just couldn't fathom the thought of, okay, that was from my early childhood, and it's something I didn't deal with. Therefore, I'm still doing the exact same thing at 15, 16, 17, 18 years old. And what happened is it worked perfect. I ended up being invisible. You know, I ended up being like a chameleon, always agreeing with people, never really, you know, saying my 2 cents worth. And what happens is you don't actually make any deep connections with anyone. But that's the thing. Like, I've never really liked talking about weather or gossip or stupid shit like that. It's always been like, you know, deeper things, you know, stuff like that. Like I mentioned before, writing is incredibly powerful at this stage. Whether it's you're writing to positive affirmations, or I intend to do this today, or I intend this to go good, or just how you're feeling, or the divine downloads you're getting, write everything down, because you might not understand it quite completely when you write it down, but months later, You will. Trust me. It's insane how quickly, like the picture, you're awakened. Okay, you're now version 2.0, we'll say. Man, now a month later, you're now your version 3.0. A month later, you're now your version 4.0. It's the changes are remarkable. Yeah, I don't even recognize myself now compared to 6 months ago, and then 6 months ago compared to a year ago. It just we change so quickly. The information coming in, it, I feel like I have a 5-year-old kid's brain. You know, like it's at that age, you're like a sponge. They can learn everything extremely quickly. That's how I feel. Where before, I guess most likely because of my depression, I felt all dark and groggy and slow. That's how my brain felt. Now it just feels alive. It's almost as if I feel the electricity in my brain. It feels like honestly amazing, for sure. At this stage too, wouldn't be a bad idea. Find a forum. Find a forum on the internet, or just find a group of people that like-minded people that are thinking like you, people that are going through the same thing. Because you'll be shocked at how everyone's going through the exact same symptoms at the same time as you are. Like they all have the same thought pattern, everything, and everything's the same for everyone. Everyone goes through this. So get on. I would do that. You get online, get on a forum. 'Cause I can tell you a couple of times I didn't do this during my awakening, but a couple of times I was like, what the heck is going on? Like when I had my Kundalini awakening, I almost went to the hospital because the energy I was feeling through my body was just almost not unbearable, but at the point where like, oh, this is like pretty powerful. Is this normal? And it took me honestly a day or two to find it online. Okay, this electrical tingling, I guess you're feeling your body, was from my awakening. But that's the thing. If you get online, get with the right people, get the right information, and do some deep diving. Really find out who you are and what you're really truly passionate about. And I don't care what it is you want to do. Guess what? There's a way to earn money doing it. There's a way. Absolutely. It doesn't matter what you want to do. If you can create something, you can get something back in return. I love you guys. You guys take care. Namaste.